Duggar News. Duggar addresses Josh Duggar scandal, says he took bad decisions. In the span of a few years, Duggar News followers know the Duggar family had to go through many hardships. It was all because of Josh Duggar and his dark side. In 2015, he was accused of molestation. Then, in 2022, the court found him guilty of CSAM, and he is in jail now. While most of his siblings have moved on, they have refused to comment on this case. One of them has been Duggar. While her husband was the one who called out her brother's hypocrisy and heinous crimes, others mostly remained mum. But it looks like Duggar finally gathered the courage to talk about this. She did so in a brand new podcast. So what did she talk about? How does she feel years after her brother's arrest? Duggar News. Duggar blamed IVLP teachings to cause tensions between her and her husband. Since Josh Duggar's heinous crimes saw the light of day, lots of Duggar News followers were in disbelief. Many family members also had trouble coping when he went to prison. Some of them also addressed the matter. Duggar had openly said she doesn't believe in IVLP anymore, the non-denominational Christian fundamentalist organization. In fact, Duggar also blamed some of the teachings from the institution for souring her relationship with her husband, Jeremy Volo. She said the institution focused on how women are supposed to be submissive and please their husbands or else they will leave. But Jeremy pushed her in the right direction, and together they were able to help her unlearn these teachings. Duggar News. Duggar addresses Josh Duggar's crimes. Duggar recently appeared in Lecrae's podcast, The Deep End with Lecrae. That's where she talked about a lot of things. This included how we're sitting down with Duggar Volo. Yeah, that Duggar from 19 Kids and Counting. Lecrae posted on Instagram. But trust me, her story goes way deeper than anything you saw on TV. She gets real about growing up in a fear-based system under Bill Gothard, the pressure of perfection, and what it's like to break free while under a cult-like religious system. Today on the Beside app at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time Thursday, on YouTube at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, let's go to the We held to this teacher as a prophet sent from God. Duggar explains in the clip as a photo of Bill Gothard appears. We would wear skirts only, not listen to any music with drums. If you turn on music with drums, you're calling demons. So my music was banned. Lecrae asks, Duggar confirms it was. But then the older you get, you step back and say, okay, what things do matter? It was not until later on, when we were walking through a lot of difficulties, publicly one of my brothers made decisions that were very bad and landed him in prison. Duggar continued as clips from Josh Duggar's arrest and mugshot flashed across the screen. Dillard was rear-ended recently. In mid-February, the former reality star informed her Instagram audience that an unlicensed driver hit her vehicle while she and her children were inside. Thankfully, no one sustained any life-threatening injuries, but the Dillard family's vehicle did need serious repair work. On top of that, Jill recently admitted she's still not feeling quite herself. In a new update, she gave fans an update on her pain and discussed possible treatment plans for the future. Jill Duggar's friends, family, and fans feel tremendously grateful her accident wasn't more serious. With her 3 sons, Israel, Samuel, and Freddie, in the vehicle, the situation could have quickly escalated. But even so, it's not a pain-free situation. In a new update, Jill told her followers she's still struggling with pain from the accident. She sought out chiropractic care, but worries it might not be so. I just had my chiropractor's appointment this morning, and hoping that with time, things will heal, Jill shared with her followers in a new video update. I might go see a physical therapist, we'll see, but I had the worst headache last night. My headache's never gone away. It's just worse or plateaued since we got rear-ended. So yeah, it's a bummer. The former TLC star went on to share that she was enjoying her new rental car, and running errands in spite of her health concerns. Jill's pain might be troublesome, but it doesn't appear to interfere with her daily activities. Jessa Seawald was one of the first Duggar siblings who tied the knot at a young age and also showcased it on 19 Kids and Counting. Duggar News followers remember getting a glimpse of her wedding with Ben Seawald. They appeared like a happy couple back then. Since their wedding in 2014, they have expanded the family and are parenting 5 kids now. Ever since then, Jessa has often used her social media handle to give updates about her family. Yet, fans have trouble figuring her out. In a new post, the star mentioned something that made everyone raise their eyebrows. Well, what was it? In fact, there is a buzz on the internet now that Jessa is not happy in her relationship with Ben anymore. Is their marriage in trouble? Jessa Seawald was one of the first Duggar siblings who tied the knot at a young age and also showcased it on 19 Kids and Counting. Duggar News followers remember getting a glimpse of her wedding with Ben Seawald. They appeared like a happy couple back then, since their wedding in. Ever since then, Jessa has often used her social media handle to give updates about her family. Yet fans have trouble figuring her out. In a new post, the star mentioned something that made everyone raise their eyebrows. Well, what was it? In fact, there is a buzz on the internet now that Jessa is not happy in her relationship with Ben anymore. Is their marriage in trouble? IBLP teaches that having many children is a biblical command and a blessing from God. They believe large families help fulfill God's plan for procreation and strengthen Christian influence in society. So that's the kind of lifestyle the Duggars abided by. Soon, many of their adult kids with families of their own do the same. So this is the case for Jessa and Ben. Longtime Duggar News followers must know that Jessa and Ben are parents to Spurgeon, Henry, Ivy, Fern, and George. Since the former has not yet made many social media posts with pictures of himself, wild speculation is going around. Many believe Jessa might be the next Duggar too. Jim Bob Duggar requires young men who want to court their daughters to fill out a detailed questionnaire. The questionnaire assesses their values, beliefs, and readiness for a serious traditional relationship. This process is part of the family's strict, conservative courtship practices, which emphasize parental control and approval before any engagement or marriage. Jill Duggar's brother, James Duggar, recently took to Instagram to share a series of photos that show the family opening Christmas presents together. The caption of the heartfelt post reads, "The best time of the year." Now, fans were quick to notice that one of the pictures in the carousel featured Jill Duggar and her husband, Derek Dillard, sitting on a couch and chatting with Jim Bob Duggar. James Duggar's post also included pictures of his siblings, Jessa Duggar, Jason Duggar, and Jeremiah Duggar, along with their families. This marks the end of Jill Duggar and her husband's long feud with the Duggar family patriarch. In the 2023 documentary series, Shiny, the couple openly criticized Jim Bob Duggar and called him out for during their time on the family reality show. Jill Duggar claimed that she received no compensation for the 7.5 years she appeared on the show, while Dillard accused his father-in-law of pressuring his daughter to sign an unfair contract with TLC on her wedding day. Duggar also shared photos from the happy occasion on Instagram. The former reality star talked about celebrating Christmas with parents. Duggar responded that their relationship remained complicated, but confessed that they were in a rebuilding phase, with healthy boundaries in place. She shared that she tries to hang out with her family whenever they have the bandwidth to navigate their differences.